Hello, it's January 4th. This is my recap for January 3rd, 2022. Had to re-record this video because the audio wasn't recorded in the previous one. I'm going to focus on two topics, volume and waves. Looking at the micro NASDAQ futures. This is market open, US market open right here. So you can see there's a nice move up from 380 all the way up to 480, so it's approximately a 100-point move. Now let's talk about volume. Volume on this candle is denoted by this blue bar here. You can see the volume. It's very hard to see. Volume is right in here. When I hover over this candle, you can see the volume. That volume is 8,834. If you can't see it on my chart, pull it up on your own. At this point, everything that my analysis is telling me is that this is a reversal. For price to go down with such high volume on a single candle, and it's a large portion of that volume is traded outside the upper Bollinger Band. So price slowly starts to come down, as you can see. When price actually closes basically right at this candle on here, this is also another good sign that price is now fully engulfed this candle. It's no longer bullish, it's bearish. It's confirmation of the volume that occurred on this candle. Then we'll just follow this down. Price just goes down and down and down. There was actually no reason to be buying. The volume is low, indicating no long side reversals yet. You would expect price to potentially at least come all the way down to touch the lower Bollinger Band. If you don't use Bollinger Bands, you can at least look left and think that maybe price will at least come back down to the open here, which it did. Still no reason to get long. And then over the next 3 minutes, price dips significantly lower, so it makes it an extremely fast push in these 3 minutes to the downside. So this is a price of 383 all the way down to, let's call it 297. That's another 90-point move in 3 minutes. So from the high here of, let's just call it 490, to the low here of 300, it's a little bit less than that, but just call it 190 to 200 point move in the NASDAQ, and from 737 to 750 in a 23-minute period. Price NASDAQ has dropped roughly 190 to 200 points, and there hasn't been a single wave one reversal during this downtrend. No retrace, absolutely none, zero. No retraces back up to a previous high. No retraces back up to the 20 period moving average, this blue line. Absolutely zero retraces. And then here's where we get the signal. This candle, if you look up the volume is going to be right around in here. When I hover over this candle, you see that volume is 12,528. This is a significant amount of volume. It's rare that we see this much volume. When we see this much volume on what I'm going to call the buy side being that the volume, predominantly the volume, is occurring outside the lower Bollinger Band. It is a significant amount of volume, just like we saw on the short side here. Most of this volume occurred outside the Bollinger Band, upper Bollinger Band. Price went down. This volume is occurring outside the lower Bollinger Band, indicating a potential strong reversal. And the fact that there were no wave retraces for approximately 190, 200 points. Price then consolidates. This is a good sign. You finally get a move up and a pullback, You may or may not count this as a wave 1 high pulling into a wave 2 low, depending on whether you use body to body or high to low. And then price comes up, and here on this candle right here and this candle, we get a 100% technical wave. This candle is 100% above this candle. I call this is a wave top, this is a wave bottom for a move up. So whether you're counting this as wave 1, wave 1 bottom, wave 1 top, pull back, wave 2 bottom, wave 2 top, pull back, wave 3 bottom, wave 3 top, pull back. That's up to you as how you want to define and count your waves. Volume, once again, was the indicator. Price here was going to reverse to the short side. Volume here was the indicator. Price was going to reverse to the upside. I traded this terribly, knowing this was a short. Having a long side bias, as I always trade, I prefer to just trade to the long side. Turn on my trades now. So here, again, long 3 contracts at 47. Stopped out those 3 contracts at 32, so that's a 15-point loser. 15 points on each contract. So that's roughly $90 plus commissions, about $100. Got long again. 4 contracts at 36, that's 4 points above where I stopped out. Didn't stop out on the next candle, which I should have. Added 4 contracts. Now I've got 8 contracts. Price goes lower, didn't stop out. I know now price is going to come down and probably touch this lower Bollinger Band, and I know I need to wait for volume to come in to denote that we're going to have a long side reversal. But I continue to be stubborn and ignorant and refuse to pay attention to the data. I add 3 more contracts here at 90. Price dips down to roughly 59. So right in here I add 15 contracts. So now I'm adding heavy. Right? Once again, this is too soon. There's no reason. Yes, we have high volume on this candle. This candle has 10,000 contracts. This is good to see. But price is still going down. Next candle, still not stopping out, holding. Add 12 more contracts at 42. Finally, we get the signal on this candle. So now I have a little bit of confidence that volume, that price is going to maybe start to reverse. But what happens right around in here is that my data feed from TD Ameritrade for the TOS platform comes to a grinding halt. I'm basically getting an update about once every 15 to 20 seconds. Same thing with the TD Ameritrade mobile app on my phone. I'm only getting an update once every 15 to 20 seconds. On my Denali data feed that I use for CR charts, it's extremely rare that has any data feed issues, and it's actually getting an update about 4 times. So an update about every 15 to 20 seconds as well. Maybe even just one more update than TD Ameritrade. So I've got somewhere between 48 and 51 contracts. I add long here. This is my only good add in this entire trade. And because I'm having extreme difficulty seeing where price is, the only thing I can do on my platform is just start putting in orders to close the position. So because I traded this terribly, I wanted out. I wanted out with basically what I thought would be, a reasonable small profit, given the fact that I was down, thousands of dollars in this trade and didn't stop out. So the first contract came out at first three came out at 69. This is the limit order. The next limit orders fired at roughly 83.75. Had some more limit orders fire off here in this candle at various price points. I think the highest went off at around 92, and then so I had about 20 contracts left, and I marketed out. I think I marketed out 6 on this order, limited out 6, and then this final one, the rest of these contracts came out around 88, and that was simply just marketing out. I didn't want to hold this position because I was extremely disappointed with how I had started buying on the way down, not waiting for a buy signal, not waiting for consolidation. So I was happy to get out of the trade with a profit. It was a decent profit, but the overall trading was absolutely terrible because I ignored the data here that this was a short and tried to buy this all the way down, of which I did, and I held, and there was no reason to buy and hold. Simply just stop out, wait for the bottom to come in, let volume tell you that it is a bottom. So let the smart money and the algorithms tell you when it's bottom. Let price consolidate, so more idiots to get short and more smart money and algorithms to get long for the multi-wave move up. I typically talk about 5-wave patterns to the downside and to the upside, and so if you're looking at this as wave 1 up, wave 2 up, wave 3 up, and because if this was over 12,500 contracts traded, you would expect a wave 4 and 5, and as you can see, that did happen, and price did go up through the remainder of the day. Yes, it consolidated for a very long period of time and slowly starts to creep up through the end of the day, and here it gets up into the 500 range right here. Let's see where it closes, and it closes right here at 89.75. So very close to 500, and then in the aftermarket it's proceeded to make even more highs. So sharing my trades, sharing what I know about volume and about waves. Yes, I trade terribly. I know this. I need to fix this, otherwise I'll blow this account up. So, Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Hope we have a great year.